Are we ready?
We are ready. I'm incompetent, I'm sorry.
What are we called?
We are called Considered and Conceited.
We'll have to work out who's who. Maybe.
Hello.
Is anybody there? No, it's all good.
All for us.
And you, the listener, if you're there.
It's all about me.
So we've only just started, and my glass has only just got a little bit missing, and yours is like more than halfway gone.
That's correct, yes.
Okay. G'day. How is everyone tonight?
Hi guys, how are we? Welcome back for another thrilling episode of Considered and Conceited. You've probably worked out by now who's who. I'm Pip.
Oh, that totally threw me. There's no way I'm saying I'm Paul. And it's episode 7.
It's episode 7.
Woo-hoo.
So this is going to be our lucky episode.
Oh, it depends where you're from. I mean, isn't 8 lucky in China?
I have not been to China.
Neither have I, but I'm just saying.
No, and when I have spoken to Chinese people, they have not discussed with me their luck. Usually what they do is they rub my belly and it's considered good luck. They don't discuss, they don't
You've
rub
had
it
Chinese
8 times.
people rub your belly.
Oh, when I went over to Vietnam, they did.
That's not Chinese people.
There was Chinese people there.
Anyway.
Yeah, I had a whole village once line up and they all rubbed my belly because I looked like Buddha. They called me the happy fat jolly man.
So it's not the 7 that's lucky, it's that you look like Buddha.
No, the fact
lucky.
that I bring providence to their village. I got treated like a demigod. It was fantastic.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes. This is part of why I'm slightly conceited, you see. I have been treated like a god.
I'm fat, but I'm God fat.
I'm god fat.
Oh, dear.
Well,
So, it'll be a new film and a classic film tonight. Mm-hmm. So we'll start with our new film.
Which is?
Ready Player One.
Ready Player One.
Which came out this year.
It did indeed.
So, should I do a storyline?
By all means.
Okay, so this film takes place in 2045 when much of humanity uses the virtual reality software Oasis to escape the desolation of the real world. Orphan teenager Wade Watts discovers clues to a hidden game within the program, an Easter egg, that promises the winner full ownership of the Oasis, and joins several allies to try to complete the game before a large company run by businessman Nolan Sorrento can do so. What?
It sounded like you were reading the Gruffalo.
It didn't rhyme. I'm just reading it to make sure I get it. People know what it's about. Or if I just do it from the top of my head, it's all
I
wrong.
fell asleep halfway through that. That's fine.
Some kids play a game. If they get all the keys, they get to own the game, and there's a baddie trying to stop them.
Hooray! Complex plot.
So, what did you think, Paul?
What did I think? Well, it's a film that is crammed full with popular culture references. I think it's safe to say that it was designed as a vehicle for popular culture references, in fact. And then they started to put a plot around it. It's your basic love story with a myriad of amazing special effects and CGI. What else can you possibly say? The baddie, I understood where he came from. I thought he was quite well played. He was quite a nice guy. He only wanted to kill a few people.
I found him confusing, but I'll go on.
No, well, he's just a businessman. He's just your typical corporate slug, he's...
Anyway.
What? No, go on.
I found the movie looked great.
Yes.
So obviously the effects were amazing.
Yes.
I found the pop cultures would have been interesting for someone who was really into that sort of pop culture
And you're
growing
not.
up. Well, no, I understood the references, but I wasn't like, oh, wow, this is so amazing. And I can see where
Would you describe yourself as a gamer? Because that's essentially what this film is aimed at.
I'm a gamer, but not a hardcore. Not a hardcore one.
No,
I'm not hardcore.
No. You can't even level to 110.
Yeah, anyway. What was I saying? No, I actually was going somewhere with this and you've totally thrown me. No, I found the special effects and everything awesome, but I found the character's sort of a little bit weak in, it was almost just sort of like offhand what they're saying about, Wade Watts, who was Parsival, was trying to, he wants to do it because obviously
Is it Parsival or Percival?
Well, it's written Parsival. And I thought it was Percival, but then they kept pronouncing it Parsival, and I went, wasn't sure. So it's
I'm going to call him
it's
Percival.
written P-A-R-Z-I-R-A-L.
They can sue me.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so to me, it was just him just being a kid going, wouldn't it be awesome to win?
Yep.
And it was only after Samantha, who was Artemis, was going, look what this corporation's doing, and we can't let them win. And he went, well, the sexy girl's saying it, I better do it. So he had no real strength to wanting to beat this guy.
He's like a 16-year-old hormone-riddled,
And I mean, and the bad guy, Nolan Sorrento.
Yes.
I found, he was just a business guy, like you said.
Yes.
And
prepared to go the extra mile.
Oh, well, then you don't sort of really understand the first time you watch it, maybe, what makes them the evil company until, see later on, Artemis is saying, he took my family because, they owed money because they were trying to buy stuff, etc.
But he made decisions that killed hundreds, as opposed to, say, Monsanto or someone like that who's prepared to kill thousands.
That was weird because he was prepared to kill people, like blowing up the Stacks building, which had his aunt in the building, and yet couldn't shoot him at the end. Yeah. Which I found was just weird and didn't follow through with what you had been heard from the whole get-go.
Did you like it?
I was kind of
Your
going...
Your face is saying no.
Well, I was kind of going, it's Steven Spielberg and it looks awesome. The trailer looks great. I was so excited. And I was like, this is kind of weak. And there's parts of it that are really quite cool. And other parts of it just, like, oh gosh, hurry up and get to the cool parts. This is just...
Would you say, to be fair, it's a popcorn film in that it's designed for you to go into the movie, consume it while you're eating your popcorn, go out and not think about it 5 minutes later?
I think it's designed for two groups of people, 10 to 15-year-olds.
Yes.
Who will then go back and check out all these references and get a new, like, this is really cool sort of stuff, which is probably what they're trying to do anyway.
And then the young ones will definitely
like it. And then that group of people who are like Halliday, who are really interested in that sort of pop culture.
People who have got autism, yes. Well, I mean, he wasn't Asperger's. He was a full-blown autist.
That's what I mean. So it'll appeal to those sort of two groups of people. Mostly.
Well, normally it's me who offends whole slabs of people. But well done, Pip. Well done. You've excelled yourself tonight.
Sorry.
In a very considered effort, may I say.
That's just what I'm getting out of it.
Right, okay.
I could be wrong, and I have been wrong before, but
I'm enjoying myself here. Look, I quite liked it because...
Do you fall into one of those two
categories?
Well,
I must be slightly autistic, I think. And look, long-term gamer, have been playing since... basically, there have been computer games. Space Invaders, I was there. I was 12 years old, ready to roll. So I'm easily... Like, I got all of the popular references for the gaming, for the stuff. And they were just everywhere. Like, even Marvin the Martian comes popping out there at one stage of the game.
As an avatar, yeah.
Just everywhere, You couldn't pick Hope to watch it once or twice and pick them all up. It's littered with them. What can I say about the plot? Pedestrian?
Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Yep. It didn't make you have to sit and think about it. It wasn't difficult.
No, I found it a bit weak. And that part where she's going, you can't look at me because I'm so hideous, and I'm thinking, what's wrong with her? Is she missing a nose or something?
A stunning girl with a slightly red eye,
a birthmark that you can't really even see.
Oh my God.
She's stunning.
Yes. I'm sure that would have put off a million men.
I would have been more inclined with like a burnt face or a nose missing, and then her being amazingly wonderful and him going, yes, I still love you, but no.
Well,
but none of that.
Wasn't directing the film, so it wasn't going to have that.
Steven Spielberg, I was kind of expecting something more.
I know.
And Zach Penn was one of the writers, and he was like all the Marvel writers. Anyway, sorry. I was a little bit disappointed.
You're a bit disappointed. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, no, well, that's fair enough. I
mean, it looked awesome.
Oh, look, yes, stunning. But, I mean, that will only get you so far, won't it? You know, you can look as good as you like and still be crap. Yeah, look, it leaves you a little flat. I've watched it several times, and I have to say, I do enjoy it each time, but that's because I'm in the demographic that it's pointed at. So, again, it comes to, does this film achieve what it sets out to do?
I think you've said that nearly every episode since episode 3.
Well, that's what you make a film for. No, you do. You make a film with a purpose in mind. You don't just, otherwise it'd end up being like a Stanley Kubrick. Oh, I can't remember his name now. Stanley Kubrick. This director. You're just sitting there, you fucking cow. Seriously. Honestly.
What are you trying to say?
Oh, forget it. Him. Him. And like where it's all over the shop, and you've completely rattled me now. Thank you.
Sorry. No, I just found, and I don't know, and some of the like the happy ending sort of thing. It just seemed very, I don't know,
adolescent.
Okay, PG.
Maybe that's why I enjoyed it.
I enjoy some adolescent stuff, but as in this one was just probably too much.
You're more of a snob than I am.
What?
You are. You do know that, don't you? You are far more of a snob than I am.
I am not. I was watching Wreck-It Ralph today and I was really enjoying it.
Well, it's a great movie.
Yeah, I know. But
I give it a 10.
It has strong endings and
yes, it's all wrapped up. It's very well put together. But most animated films are.
But what I'm saying is, this one could have had it had all these strong bits going for it because it sounds interesting when you read about what it's about. And you go, oh, this is going to be an awesome film. Look at all the people who are involved in it and look at all the trailers for it. And
I just realised what I just said then. That's what the problem is.
What's that?
Well, to a greater extent, this is an animated movie.
It is.
The majority of it is in CGI.
75% of it is.
Is. And it's all over the shop. It's one of the few animated movies that I can think of that is not as tight as a drum.
No.
Because usually it takes so long to put them together. So seriously, Spielberg, what the hell are you doing?
I'm glad you've joined me on my side.
I have, no, but it still comes back to, did it achieve what it set out to do?
Well, if it's set out to make 10, 15-year-olds and people who are really into that sort of pop culture happy, then yes, it has.
I'm inclined to think, and because I'm a cynical person, I think it was designed to be nothing more than a cash grab.
Probably, yes.
Yes, and I don't know
look at us. Look how well we draw and make this look. It looks awesome, and yes, it does. And
it does
like even the battle was very cool.
And there's nothing that is offensive about it.
No.
At all. Like, there's nothing that annoys you? Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Like that girl when she's saying, oh, you can't look at me, I'm hideous. And also that last scene with the bad guy going, I will not shoot them. And all those people who he said, come and help me. And they've all got there to help. And then they've all just stood back to let him walk up there to shoot him.
Yeah, but you've got to have the hero. You can't just, run across the
But what I'm saying is,
the gate of the Bastille.
None of it made sense to me in the regards that, you expect people, if they're going to be there to do that, because that's what they're drawn there in the first place.
I think you're being harsh.
Sorry.
I think, no, you don't have to apologise. You can
That's just
hold
how
your
I
ground.
felt. That's how I felt about it. I felt, and the main character, I thought, he had some slight weaknesses in the regards of
you should
what
never
drove
have
him.
to apologise for how you feel about a movie, irrespective of whatever the hell I'm saying. That's for sure. I think. Would you like me to give my rating first and then yours? Okay.
Go for it. Unless you want me to go first.
No, it's fine. I'm giving it a 5.5.
That's interesting.
Well, I think it was very well made. I think it went after what it was trying to do. I think it had some large flaws in it, and those flaws are mainly it lacked coherency, and it was possibly because it was reaching out in 1,000 different directions to cast the net as wide as it possibly could. Also, there were some not stellar acting in it. I wasn't impressed with the girl. I didn't really